Terzo, and we're here at Del Mar Golf Center in San Diego, California. Most people believe that your head should stay completely still when making a golf swing. Other people believe it's okay to move your head. Well, we're here today to find out exactly what your head should and shouldn't do when making a proper golf swing. Okay, before we get started, we have to assume that every shot that we hit is a right-to-left ball flight, a draw ball flight. We don't want slice. Every proper golf swing should hit a draw. In order to set up properly, I want to keep the ball position in the middle of my feet with an 8-iron. My head has to be positioned behind that center line. My left ear, if I drop a line straight down from my left ear, it'll pass through my right wrist to the center of my feet. If I'm hitting a driver, the ball position will change. It'll move a little farther forward. But my head stays behind the center of my feet, even though my club head is further forward. What I see a lot of is this with the driver. Just because the ball's forward doesn't mean your head goes forward. Now my spine angle has changed, and I can't swing properly. If I'm going to slice it from here, here's where I set up for a draw. Okay, so, ball position, center of the feet with an 8, head behind the center of the feet, hand slightly in front. Also, my head has to be in line with my spine. I can't have it tipped forward. I can't have my shoulder up and my head leaning to the left. It affects my swing. If I have my head tipped the wrong direction to the right too much, same thing, it's going to affect the swing. If I'm set up from the side view, you hear stuff like this, look underneath your glasses, your bifocals and all that. That's all baloney. What you really want to do is make sure your head is in line with your spine, not lift up or tuck down too far. In line with the spine from both angles and behind the center. Okay, one of the biggest goals, especially on the backswing, is rotating my shoulders around a fixed spine angle. That means when I turn my shoulders, I don't want my spine to change its angle. I don't want my spine from the front view to tip forward or slide off to the side. I want to maintain that angle as I rotate my shoulders to the top of the backswing. The head plays an important role in how I turn my shoulders and maintain that spine angle. So we've all heard this one before, keep your head still. That's a no-no actually in the golf swing. So if I try to keep my head too still, I'm going to do one of two mistakes. I'm either going to turn halfway and lift my arms, or I'm going to turn and let my legs slide out from underneath me. I'll get a swing that looks like this. Still head, but too active body. Another problem in the golf swing we see a lot of is sliding the head to the right. Where I start my head position in that spine angle, my head is between my knee and my center point. So I don't want to move my head off to the side as I first move my backswing. It might feel like I can get a bigger shoulder turn there, but all it does is increase the angle of my spine. This shoulder's too high, so the club ends up moving inside on the takeaway. Now I have to lift my arms and probably result in a nice slice right there. Okay, so you can't keep your head totally still, and you can't slide it over to the right. What should we do? We should keep that head in the same line as the spine angle and rotate it to the top of the backswing. So the most important thing that you're going to learn from today is rotate your head to the top of the backswing. Once we get that setup position done, your shoulder hits your chin right there and turns the head to the side. Everybody does it a little bit different. It depends on your flexibility. If you've got a nice flexible neck, you only have to turn your head just a little. If you have a little tighter neck muscle, then you've got to turn your shoulders and head a little bit more to the top of the backswing if you want to achieve a full shoulder rotation. As you turn that head, remember, top of your head has to stay inside your right knee. You don't want to end up outside here trying to turn, or the club won't stay on the swing plane. Another small issue, as you turn your shoulder, I've seen this plenty, too much. Trying to get the chin out over that shoulder, or trying to get the shoulder underneath that chin is a no-no. The chin actually belongs inside the shoulder. You can still talk, but you can't let your chin outside that shoulder blade. See how my head moves right there. Okay, so as I'm turning to the top, shoulder moves to the chin, helps the head rotate to the finish position at the top of the backswing. Most important thing that you'll learn today, rotate. Okay, downswing. What does the head do on the downswing? Should I stay down? Should I look up? When do I turn my head? Well, here's the answer. Top of the backswing, your head is rotated around the spine angle. It's inside the right leg, inside the right knee, behind the center line. On the way down, the first thing that moves is my left hip pulls my left shoulder away from my chin, so my head doesn't move. To this point right there. Then I'm releasing that club through the ball, but my head is still behind the center of my feet. Okay, so my head starts behind the center of my feet at address. I twist it to the top of the backswing, and I move my hips and shoulders away from the chin and release my club, all while my head is in the same position behind the center of my feet. At this point right here, my right shoulder is hitting my chin. It's going to pull my head up to the finish position, which is the whole head forward and higher than where my impact is, or where my setup head is. Okay, so let's summarize. I can twist my head on the backswing, not slide it. I keep my chin inside my shoulder, and I'm going to separate that shoulder from my chin on the downswing as my hips pull forward and release the club. So this point right there, now my head comes up to the finish position. Okay, now watch this perfect off-swing. Head behind the center, rotates nice as I turn to the top of the backswing. Stays back behind the ball until I release the club, then come up to a nice finish position. Go grab a mirror, get to work on it. If you can't get it figured out, come on down and see Matt Terzo or anybody else here at Del Mar Golf Center.